Hello. Sorry about the last minute live. I just gotta comment on this one. Fei Fei. Let me tell ya, this woman is a racist, homophobic, lazy. Um, I don't know what else. She's something. It's like this is a woman who was living off her mom for a while, for years, X amount of years. I'm not too sure. So, and hey, Peppermint Patty, and she tried to do a GoFundMe about for her mother's funeral, which she passed away a month before. So, yeah. Anyways, that was a scam, and she's begging on and off. And today, well, it's about a job, so I could give her some advice on jobs. Okay, let's get this done because this one really, really. And I only recorded for 21 minutes because hey Shadell, because she was driving me nuts. She had a lot of excuse into finding a job.
Hello, people. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, people. Hello. Hello.
And just remember, this woman is the biggest is a racist and a homophobic woman.
Hello.
And if she's watching, we could give her ideas about jobs.
Hello, people.
And she went for a job interview at a place that not a place, at a job that I'm familiar with. So
I think you got the wrong cat for that. No, I know nothing about cat cartons.
oh yeah, and you see she had that injury in her arm for over almost 2 months.
Hello, people. My name isn't Cecil. Oh, Lord. It's only Tuesday, people. Come on. Get a clue.
She will get into the eventually. Hey, Kiwi girl, I'm great. How about you?
Okay, ding dong. You're really a ding dong.
Mugsy! How are you, pal? Come on, get to the point. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this woman is rude too.
Can anybody be real? Can anybody be real?
Well, we are real. I'm pinching my face and yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm planning to do that within next year.
Anybody? Anybody?
I want to do it again. But if I do it, it's going to be kind of like the last thing I'll do. I love unpacking. I hate packing. Hi, Elizabeth. This is Fei Fei. She is homophobic and racist and a rude woman. She lived out with her mom for X amount of years, so I don't know how many years. It seems like she has no kids. She's a miserable old lady. I don't know. I think she's one of those get off my porch type of woman, and she's always begging. So this one, she's asking for a job. She went on a job interview, and yeah, in a career that I'm familiar with. The stress is just crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's stress. Stress could do like things in your body.
Hi, Cole. How are you, hon?
And mind you, she had that bandage on her arm for about 2 months now. Apparently, she fell while they were burying their mom.
Hey, Cole. Guess what? I had an interview, right?
Yeah, okay, interview.
And it was a Zoom interview, okay?
Normal.
Well, actually, I'm not even sure it was a Zoom interview. I think it's just a company video thing. What do you call the people that the company, their employees, and they put them into an interview to act like applicants?
That is called candidates. You know, group interviews are allowed. It's perfectly normal.
What do they call those? Plants?
No, candidates.
because this place, I was supposed to have an individual interview with this travel company.
Okay. Um, most of the some companies they do have group interviews, and then if you pass that, you're probably going to get individual interviews because there's some companies that has you have to do like 3 or 4 interviews, or sometimes one, or sometimes two. I don't know. Like Canada Post, you have to go through like 5 interviews.
Because it said that the work can be done on a computer, laptop, or smartphone.
I never. It's like I did work for over a year in the travel industry, and yeah, I started in the ticketing department, and then they after 6 months they trained me into being a travel agent. It wasn't hard. It's for a big company, humongous company, and this wasn't working at home.
I'm thinking, cool, I got a smartphone, I can do it. I know how to do research and look things up and get hotel rooms and I've never done plane, but it shouldn't be that hard, right?
It is very complicated. You got to know the airport code. There's a lot to remember. And from what I remember is that you needed to know the program ASAP. That's what I used while I was there. Hey, Sophie. That's what I used while I was there. I was and we were booking flights and hotel and resorts through that program. And booking probably take, depending on the person, it probably take, if somebody goes, I want Air Canada to I want this hotel, book it, that would take about 10 minutes, no problem.
So I go in the interview, and all of a sudden I find out that there's 4 other people in this interview.
Like I said earlier, group interview happens, it's normal.
And finally, this guy comes on and starts talking, but he doesn't talk to me at all. He's talking to these 4 other people who seem to already know the answers to the questions he's asking because they're posting what the answers are before he's even asking the question.
Well, if they were posting the answers while they were asking before they asked the questions, I'm pretty sure they paid attention. And if you're working as a travel agent, like booking flights and hotels and all that stuff, you got to know what you're doing. And I'm pretty sure those people are educated. They got their number. They got their numbers. They got everything. Me, after I went to government travel, so I know I had to know what their 10 and 10 number is, and how to look it up. Their 10 and 10 numbers.
And every time,
There's a travel identification number, and there's travel authorization numbers. So, their travel identification number, that's to identify them, and their travel authorization numbers, that is more like permission to travel. It's like if somebody from the government has to go to Montreal on a train, you need to have the authorization saying that they're traveling from A point O to point B. And I did have some people, instead of taking the train for a 2-hour train, they want to take a flight, and it has to be VIP, and you're like, I can't do that.
every time he went to talk about how much you get, he'd change the subject and keep talking about what you would be doing with the job. And I kept saying, okay, so basically you're a travel agent, and we be travel agents who are helping to give people their itineraries.
It's because probably the people that you were in an interview with, they are trained, and they got a college degree for it.
and he'd ignore me.
Well, you probably were asking stupid questions because sometimes it's like if I was interviewing you and you were asking stupid question, I would ignore you. Yeah, Sophie is great, Elizabeth. Highly recommend. 2 thumbs up and 2 big toes up too.
And I'm like, hello, I am here. And he wouldn't answer any of my questions.
It's probably when you were asking questions. Also, it probably when you were asking questions is you probably were asking them rude. You got to be polite when you're asking questions. Hey, Jenny, you got to say when it's your turn to answer the question. You probably just try to step over them.
I said, okay, you keep talking about the job that we're doing. Everybody should know what a travel agent does.
Yes, everybody should do, but you have to know like airport codes. You gotta know a bunch of stuff. You gotta be like educated on that.
How much do you charge? How much do you pay your employees? Then he basically said, well, we don't pay you outright. The companies that we give business to, uh, we give them business, then they give us a percentage of that business, and then we give you the percentage out of our percentage. And I'm like, wow, okay. But he wouldn't say anything else. And every time I asked a question, I got ignored.
Like I said, it's probably the way you ask a question. Because if I was interviewing somebody and they sound rude, I probably would be dismissing them. Oh, thank you, Tin. So you gotta ask questions politely, and the way you come off is rude.
It's like he had these people in there, and it's like, well, why am I here? No, it does sound very suspicious. And I'm like, are these plants? Because these people are asking questions, and they're questions about the job, not about the pay, but the job. So what do we do if they want this? What do we do if they want that? But nothing in regards to, well, how much do we get per hour? Do we get per hour? Do we get per day? Do we get per week? What?
You gotta understand, it's like what they're thinking is, it's they want somebody who actually could do the job. They don't want somebody who's dumb, who doesn't know nothing. And I doubt you doing your the booking on a smartphone. That could happen. Thank you, Tin. Love you too, Tin. It's like you gotta know. It's like if you can't book this hotel, but you gotta find a way. It's like if the person on the phone that wants to book at the Hilton Hotel, but the Hilton Hotel is booked, but they want to pay a set price. You gotta find a hotel at a set price.
And the guy would coast over it. Hi, call me Mike. And this would have been a perfect job for me. I mean, it would have been on the phone. I would be using my phone to type, which I can do with my 2 thumbs.
But you do need a computer to actually do the booking, the actual booking. You can't do on the phone with a smartphone and book in a hotel room while you're talking on the phone. Like, no, you can't do that. They want somebody with either a PC or a laptop that could actually do the job.
It turned out to be a scam.
How do you know did they ask you for money? It's like right now during the interview, the way you're saying is that they want to know if the other people knows their shit. Because she was talking about pay instead of him about instead of asking for instead of just answering their questions about booking. You see? And it's like I would not even hire her. Somebody who's talking about pay, that's probably something they're going to talk about when you're hired. Right now, they want to test your knowledge. They want to know if you're suited for the job.
And then he was talking about your first percentage would go into your company ID.
Okay, so they're charging you about ID. 1%. It's not much. It's probably like $2 or $3 or something. Some companies you got to pay about it for an ID.
See, that's the thing. There was no actual name of the company. They just call themselves. And you know where I found this job at? I found this job on Indeed.
I'm pretty sure Indeed does do checks on jobs to see if they're legit.
I found this job on Indeed.
It's like there's some Travelocity and Expedia, they are together. They are together. Let me tell you. Just one floor over another. They're all owned by the same company.
I also found a similar job to that one on Propel, which is EBT.
I don't know about the Propel site.
Well, everybody swears by Indeed. Go on Indeed to look for a job. My sister told me to go on Indeed to look for a job.
Indeed is a good place. Also, your feet. You can use your feet to go look for a job.
So why would everybody tell me to look for a job on Indeed if they're scams?
If you want to avoid that, you could easily use your feet and go look for a job. I know, and when I lived in Moncton, New Brunswick, I walked into KFC and I said, even though it was 2 doors away, and I just said, "Are you guys looking for a job? Are you guys looking for employees?" I mean, the manager just looked at me and said, "Are you looking for a job?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "You're hired." Bingo.
But why would my sister tell me to go on Indeed if there's nothing?
And I worked there for 2 years. Then I went to McDonald's, worked there for a year. And then Tim Hortons, almost a year.
I mean, I went on Indeed and I have filled out many applications and I've turned in many resumes and nothing.
Okay, so it depends what kind of jobs you did apply for. There's some that you need an education and or experience. I don't know what your qualification is, but It's best you start simple, like go to McDonald's. Learning cash is not rocket scientist. It's not right rocket science. You know, somebody goes in, can I have two Big Mac meals? Well, two Big Mac meals, you put the fry and you put the drink. That's it.
I haven't gotten calls back about any of the so-called work from home jobs.
Have you tried like calling them or emailing them, saying that you're still interested in them? And also, I would triple check the qualification because I'm pretty sure the jobs you have applied to, you're not even qualified for. And it's best for you to go out of the house, get some fresh air, change the scenery.
I I'm trying to find a job, and it's just getting harder and harder.
And like I just said, McDonald's, Starbucks is hiring. Um, Walmart is hiring. With your age, you could be a greeter. It's like I talked to somebody who's a greeter. I know somebody who's a greeter at Walmart, and he gets paid minimum wage, which is like almost $17 an hour right here, right now. All he does is just sits there and says hi to people. But somebody who's racist, rude, and homophobic, and doubt it. I doubt you're gonna last long. There's even some people who are in a wheelchair that does it, and I applaud them. Even one Walmart I saw was a girl with who had Down syndrome, and every time I would see her, she would work like a couple of days a week. Every time I would see her, it's hey beautiful, how are you? She says that to everybody. I'm a bit behind, but I agree, Chantel. As former employers, anyone who's asking all about the money side things would, yep, that would piss me off, really. It's like even though I didn't go to school for the travel agent, it's just that I got a job through to a big company, which they deal with they dealt with Expedia and Travelocity, and they needed somebody to work in a ticketing department. I didn't have no experience, but I was easy to train. So I got trained. Took about what, a week before I got everything up because ex KFC girl, worst job ever. Yeah, I can confirm. Nothing's fresh except with the chicken. Well, the chicken, I don't know. It's frozen. Let's just say.
I'm getting, I'm getting kind of depressed here.
Well, if you're getting kind of depressed, go out, touch some grass, go apply. McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks, Walmart, Dollar Tree, you name it.
Yeah, I could tell that. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do next.
Get outside. Use your feet to find a job.
No place will hire me to come in because I can't use his hand.
I'm pretty sure McDonald's, all these jobs could take you. Because of all my experience working in fast food industry, yeah, you could probably, there's people who have had injuries that work with bandages in their hand.
I went to 2 interviews, and they said, "Well, when are you going to be able to use your whole hand?" And I said, "Hopefully another, well, at the end of this month, hopefully." And they said, "Well, we can't really use you now, and I need someone now, so good luck, but I'll have to hire someone else."
The only Kiwi girl, the only thing I miss about that job is bringing home the chicken at night, the leftovers.
I don't have a church.
I'm pretty sure if she takes that bandage off and she does like, her own therapy, like, work her wrist and all that stuff, that would heal faster because you got to use your wrists to make it better. It needs kind of like exercise. It needs movement. That is blocking the movement.
How will the church help me?
Oh hell yeah, yeah, oh yeah, especially the stress. What I hated was the coupon day. Oh my god, when I get coupons in my mail and I'm like, oh my god, it's coupon starting and it's hell on wheels.
I don't need to have one what? A church? So what am I going to the church for? Yeah, well, every church I've called in my area has told me, if you're not a member here, we can't help you.
Really, you were allowed to do that? It was considered theft here. We had to throw it away. No, we were allowed to do it. We were. I remember it's like sometimes I would bring like what 1 or 2 buckets a day, and I had roommates, and I'm like, take the chicken, I don't care.
With anything.
But I was working like 70 to 80 hours a week. And I hate working at Taco Bell slash KFC. The ones that had both. I was always on the KFC side when they needed somebody. And it's like, oh my god, that was hell on wheels.
No, the employment agency that we had in our town left. There's only one down in San Diego, and there's no way for me to get to it.
What, there's no buses that goes there? Cause me, I could take a bus right up to the closest employment center. Hell, I still get emails from those employment centers, which is weird.
But no, the employment centers seem to be obsolete right now. Ever since COVID. We had one here in my town. There was a
I think it used to be allowed, but like anything good, few people ruin it for the rest. Would put a whole lot of chicken on to cook. Yeah, yeah, that happened. That happened. Yep.
also one in San Diego. I think it was either Elko Boulevard or University. They're gone. Hello, Nightmare.
I'm pretty sure you could look into Adecco, Randstad. You know, those are international companies, North American companies. And all you could do is just look into your Indeed. They do. Employment agencies do have it. And if you go to an employment agency, you're going to be doing computer testing and all that stuff. But since you don't have a computer, that's going to be hard working from home. But there's some companies that will give you a laptop.
What do you mean lie? My arm's here. My arm's still here. It hurts off and on, but nothing as much as it did before. I can bend it a little bit right now, like that much, without it hurting. So hopefully it's getting better.
Well, if you got an injury, it's best to work with it, to work it. You gotta have it. And take that bandage off, and if you just rotate your wrist from time to time, but don't do it fast, do it slow, that's going to heal well. Leaving it immobile is going to make it worse. You're not going to heal fast. Because you had that for about 2 months now?
Hopefully. I'm very good on computers, but I only have one hand right now to type because I can't type with this hand. I've tried.
You know, you could use that hand use the computer mouse. You know, I could type with one hand, my left hand, and use the right hand for my mouse. That's very easy to do.
But I can't see the keyboard or the monitor to type because of this block. I tried downstairs and I'm like, right there, okay, right there, right, okay, right there. It was hilarious.
But I highly doubt she knows how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, ding and dang and whatever.
I don't have any, I'm not in Florida. Okay. Who do you think you're talking to? Why would you automatically assume I live in Florida? I don't live in Florida. I'm on the West Coast, dude. I'm in California.
I'm pretty sure they have jobs in California.
Hello, people. I didn't say any cities in Florida. I don't know very many cities in Florida. Let's see, Florida. Miami, Tampa. Wait, is Tampa Bay in Florida?
Yep, been there.
I think so. Fort Lauderdale.
Where do you find it? I knew about her from oh god, I think from Mexican Homie. I've been following her for a while. I have probably like a couple videos on her because she annoys the hell out of me. Don't worry, there's another one I'm working on right now. I might be adding her today or tomorrow. Yeah, this one is not too bright.
Lauderdale, uh, uh, Miami. Excuses for what, Stephanie? Okay, that's it. Hold on a second.
She looks like a cartoon character, like a bunny. Not Bugs Bunny. It's oh my god, I forgot, but she looks like a cartoon character. Yeah, it's true. If I was be the one telling her what I told her about the job interview, yeah.
Stephanie, why don't you come up here and tell me how I'm making excuses? They may have them up in California, but I'm not up where they're at, Ducky. For God's sake, you people seem to think you know everything about everything.
Well, a lot of people that's giving you ideas and advice, whatever, um, they're probably telling you everything that's correct. They're trying to help you.
You know what? I think if you guys want to accuse me of shit, come on up and say it to my face.
Oh, I almost felt like taking a box. If I was on my phone, I probably would have taken a box.
How much does the bus ride cost to go up the coast?
And just remember, this is a woman that was living off her mom. I don't know how she still has the place, but
I'd have to take the train, dumbass.
well, taking the train is fun.
Hello, Navy. How you doing, hon? How do you feel being a messenger for somebody else, one? How do you feel being a messenger for somebody else? That's pretty sad if you want to have somebody tells you what to do and you do it. Well, someone you.
The white version of Maggie Foster. Yeah, but she's not as bad as Maggie Foster. No.
Used to know. I don't need to have you in my life yelling at me about things you know nothing about.
Hey, I wonder how court went for Maggie Foster today. She had court at 10 o'clock in the this morning. I haven't seen her on.
So, one not to worry. How do you feel about being someone's messenger? You're as pathetic, you know.
I think she's talking about All for One.
You're not trying to help me. How much does the train ride cost? How am I supposed to get the fucking money? my god, how am I supposed to get the money, Ducky, for a train? They're not exactly cheap.
Anyways, that's it for her. Yeah, she's all these scammers are exactly the same. I like watching them, and I have to be nice to their followers because you can see it. Yeah, I just watch it for fun. Sometimes some of them makes me laugh. Some of them it's like really pisses me off. Uh, Maggie makes me laugh. Lori makes my eye rolls. Lisa, well, she annoys the hell out of me. That guy pisses me off. True knowledge, I mean. Pisses me off. They're in hiding. Last I heard. They are in hiding. Yeah, ever since there was a letter, well, he said that there was a letter, uh, yeah, threatening stuff. Yeah, they've been really quiet. They are in hiding. And I am following Reddit, their Reddit. So right up to date, everything is quiet. Yeah, that's why she makes my eye rolls. Some of the stuff makes me, laugh. Yeah, apparently somebody sent a letter saying that they're gonna do something to hotels and all that stuff. And apparently he has the letter for proof, a copy of the letter, and it's been sent, so they're doing legal. And everybody show is asking for proof. It's just because there was a legal letter that did happen. I seen the letter from Guardian. I think it was okay. I'm not going to name the name because I'm not too sure if it's from him, but it's more stating that to get Tim ripped some people off. I think it was two people off money, and he promised to pay. He never paid them back. It's more of a legal letter stating that if you don't pay these people, we're going to be going legal. That's what the letters I seen. I didn't see anything, the proof that they're going to do something to hotels. I don't know. I never seen that. Tim says he did, but he never proved it. You would think it would be a police matter. Yeah, I think so too. So I don't know what's going on, so I can't confirm what's going on. But for what I heard, they're in hiding. That is all I could think of. Because they hasn't been on. They probably on only members only, but let me check to see if there's something on Reddit. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the last thing on Reddit was like 12 days ago. When somebody asks about the latest video, that they got more letters sent to his work in Walmart. That's the only thing. Yeah, there's absolutely no news. Does he have anything? Let's check. Let's check if there's a new video. Uh, I don't know why this person is anyways. It and Angela and Tim. Yeah, all I got is they haven't put anything. All I got is the account is private. And I'm following. I requested it, but I don't see anything. I thought he accepted. Oh well. Yeah, nothing new. See? Hold on. That one. You see, that's what it says. It says requested. You just look and the account is private. And yeah, I don't see anything lately on them. So I think they are, yeah, in hiding. I don't. If you want KFC, if you could have the pickle big crunch. Do it. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to it. But anyways, I am going to log off. I gotta make dinner, which is gonna be something you put in the air fryer. So, anyways, have a good day, everybody, and thank you for coming.